Now that the animal documentary is out about the carnivore diet, I wanted to discuss some of the details about why carnivore works. It's not really just magic. The carnivore diet is mainly affecting the biophysics of your body. This means that it's affecting the charged particles within your body, electrons and protons, and this is largely working through fat. The large amount of fat that's happening in the carnivore diet that's going into your body, that's being turned into electrons, because that's the point of food in the end. This is really healing your body, and it's really similar to how sunlight works, how exercise works, and how cold exposure works. All of these things reverse time for your biology because they're all increasing the number of electrons in your body. They're all increasing the electric current in your body. Even grounding is doing this to your body. And there's a lot of nuances to these things, but really a core thing to remember is that your food is playing a role in your body that is not really biochemical as much as it is biophysical. And your body is almost all empty space. Everything that we see, all matter in our world, is all empty space, basically. The reason you can see it is because there are clouds of electrons around every particle, around every atom, rotating around, orbiting around every proton of every atom, around every molecule. And photons can only interact with electrons in terms of objects that have matter. So basically, everything that you see is mostly not solid. And because of this, your body is mostly empty space. But what's happening in that empty space is all to do with electrons. Electrons are floating around everywhere there. And because those electrons are governed by the electromagnetic force, because they're governed by quantum mechanics, what's happening with those electrons is extremely important. And they carry information, they carry light information, because the light that hits electrons is carrying information. And all of this is so much more important than the small amount of protons in your body and small amount of actual physical space and small amount of chemical reactions. And because of this, the carnivore diet is really affecting the charges in your body. And you really want to have a net negative charge in your body and a large amount of negative charge in your body. This is called redox potential. You want to have a lot of this in order to be able to be healthy, in order to optimize your cells to run efficiently. Pretty much everything depends on the number of electrons you have in your body. And if you have too much of a positive charge, which means you have too many protons and you have not enough electrons, which are negative charged, you're going to run into problems, and that's where inflammation comes from. So what you want to focus on is anything that you can do that increases the negative charge in your body, and carnivore is one massive lever you can use to increase that, because fat contains many times more electrons than protein or carbs. And if you have a high percentage of fat in your diet, even if you have a little bit of carbs, you have to have protein in your diet to be able to be, efficient at gaining muscle and not lose muscle mass and not lose body mass, a host of other things. You're really going to do quite well if you just maximize the electrons. So if you're curious about learning more about all these details that help you increase the amount of time that your biology can experience, optimize the amount of time that you have here living healthily on Earth, give me a follow and subscribe. Thank you.